Do you want to know what the golden rule of selling is that separates the top 1% of sales people? I can promise you, it's not their scripts and it's not their product. It's how much they care. Let's get into it. Guys, let's be real. People like people, and the best people sell feelings. They sell emotions, okay? And if you don't care about your client, they're not gonna care about you. Let's go into number one. You need to care more than they do, okay? If they're buying something, like let's say I sell a course, how to start a 6-figure service business. If you come to me and you're like, yeah, like I think I want it, and I tell you, do you want it? Do you understand that this could change your life? Do you understand that in a year you could be looking back and you could have a better house, a better body, a better life, a better mindset, and you're coming back and you look back and you realize this was the best decision of your life. And you start selling those kind of feelings, and you care more than they do because you're showing them, I want you to have that. I want you to have that lifestyle. I want you to have that business you've always dreamed of, okay? Where I'm being intense and in your face because I know what you want, and I can see that you're shuddering away from it. That's caring more than the client does, okay? It's easier in coaching because it's lifestyle. Maybe they're buying a car, okay? And they're like in between two, and they're like, yeah, I think I'll go with this. You're like, are you sure? Because I'm thinking about the future, like when you're on the road, and if anything happens, I want you to have the safest car. And you start thinking for them. Like, take obviously what they care about. If they say safety, bring that back up, okay? So understand you need to care more than they do. Not only will that get them a better product in the end, but it also shows that you care, making more of a relationship than a transaction. Going into number 2, solve problems. Don't sell a product. Guys, go into every job with the mindset of, can I actually help this person? Rather than, how much money am I going to get out of them? It doesn't work long term, okay? You might sell one, you might sell a few. Long term, if you think about helping people, you sell more because you're focused on them. You're asking questions about what the problem is. And if you actually can solve their super specific problem, they're going to pay you everything and more. It's that simple. So you get too caught up on the greed of that money. And I have too. It's happened. I see the checks and I don't care. I'm going to do that. Like, it happens. But understand that when you solve problems, you solve the main problem, the main frustration that they've been having, and you bring it up and you're like, I want to solve this. It's pissing me off too that it hasn't been solved for you, okay? Especially when I have a solution. When you can solve a problem and focus on that instead of focusing on the sales part, just caring, showing that you care goes a lot longer and you will sell more. Number 3, building relationships, not transactions. I'll give you an example. I've said this many times. In my business, in window cleaning, if you email me and you say, hey, I have 20 windows, can you give me a price? And I send you back, it'll be $350. I will see you Sunday. And you say, okay, what have I done? Sold the job, but I also am a transaction. They don't care about me. They just see me as the service that I am. Versus if you emailed me that and I said, thank you so much for reaching out to us. It means the world to our company. I hope that we can help you out. Can you send me over your address? We actually do all of our quotes in person just so I can put a face to a name, and we can get you scheduled shortly after that, okay? Now, did I sell it right there? No. But the problem with what I just did with the transactional stuff is maybe I'm missing stuff. Maybe I'm missing upsells. And I get there, you build a relationship. Relationships kill objections. That transactional job, if I sent that price back and they were like, it's a little too high, it's done. Because it's transactional. Versus if you say, that's too high, we now have a relationship. We've talked for maybe 10, 15, 30, 20 minutes. We've talked for maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. We now have a relationship where I can be like, I totally understand that the price is too high. This is a premium service. I get it. And you go into that, okay? Number 4, be the most certain person in the room. Guys, you have the product. There is no reason you should be asking for a manager or someone else to come in and step in for you, or we should look that up together. Shut up. You're the pro. You're supposed to know everything about your product. Obviously, we're not all knowing, but no one should know your product better than you. That shouldn't even be a question, okay? You need to understand certainty also kills objections. It brings in peace of mind, which is what your client needs. That's why they're with you. They need a pro Be the pro. If you're not a pro yet, start learning, okay? You need to start learning. You need to start growth. You need to understand everything in your industry, okay? All of the perks, all the negatives, all the weaknesses, everything included in this offer, you need to know so you can help identify their problem and solve it for them, okay? Number 5, make them feel heard. There are a lot of people in this world that don't get to feel important all the time. When you show that you care and you're trying to solve their issue rather than just be like, how much money, like people can tell what mindset you're in, okay? This is simply a mindset shift and they can see it a mile away, okay? Make them feel heard. People want to feel important. Be there for them. If they have a problem, be there for them. See if you can help them. If it's something like something happened in their personal life and they just need to talk to someone, be there. Listen, okay? They're going to come back to you 100 times over if you're there for them, okay? Because normal people don't do that. They just think about the dollar signs instead of thinking about the person, because if you focus on the person, the dollar signs will come, okay? And last and finally, number 6, always over-deliver. I don't care if this is on price. For price, make sure your value is over what your price tag is, because otherwise people aren't going to be happy with what they bought and not come back. Referrals, people talking, not good for business. This can also be the service, the quote, how you talk to the clients, how you treat the family. I don't want them to ever even have someone else in the industry talk to them and think, oh, they were slightly better than the last guy. You should always be the best person. They should always think, man, he was so much easier to work with. I am never working with whoever they're working with now. Or they're not even going to go back because you're so different, because you care so much, okay? Guys, the golden rule of selling is whoever cares the most always will win. It's that simple. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this type of content, please subscribe and like the video. And as always, guys, peace out.